Prom night. For most teenagers, it's the most magical night of high school, a night of dresses and tuxedos, dancing under glittering lights, and promises of a bright future. Parents watch their children leave with cameras in hand, believing they'll come back with smiles and memories that last forever. But in one small American town, prom night became something darker, a night meant to celebrate youth, and dreams ended in tragedy. One girl never made it home, and what police would uncover in the following days shocked an entire community. This is the story of the prom queen who never made it home. Madison Turner, 18, was everything her classmates admired. Outgoing, ambitious, and full of life, she had just been crowned prom queen of Westbrook High. Madison was beautiful, yes, but more than that, she was kind. She volunteered at a local animal shelter, tutored younger students, and was weeks away from graduating with honors. Her parents described her as a girl who could light up any room. Friends called her the glue of their group, the one who always kept everyone smiling. She had big dreams of studying journalism and traveling the world. On May 12, 2012, Madison slipped into a sparkling silver gown, hugged her mom and dad, and promised she'd be back before curfew. She didn't know those would be the last words they'd ever hear from her. The prom was held in the decorated gymnasium of Westbrook High. Fairy lights twinkled, a DJ blasted music, and students swayed on the dance floor. Madison, wearing her silver gown and a rhinestone crown, was crowned prom queen at 10 p.m. The crowd erupted in cheers, her smile captured in dozens of photos. Around midnight, the event wound down. Some students went to after parties. Others headed home. Madison left with friends, laughing and carrying her bouquet of roses. She hugged them goodbye in the parking lot and drove off in her white Honda Civic. It was the last time anyone saw her alive. When Madison didn't return home by 1:30 a.m., her parents grew anxious. They tried calling her cell phone, but it went straight to voicemail. At first, they thought maybe she had stayed over at a friend's house. But by morning, when she still hadn't returned, panic set in. Her father drove the streets, searching for a car. Her mother contacted friends, but no one had seen or heard from Madison. Finally, at 9 a.m., they called the police. News spread quickly. Westbrook was a small town, and Madison wasn't just anyone. She was a prom queen, the girl with the brightest future. Soon, search parties were organized, and volunteers combed highways, fields, and back roads. 2 days later, a farmer walking his property stumbled upon something that froze him in place. In a wooded clearing less than 5 miles from the school, he spotted a silver shoe, its rhinestones catching the light. Nearby, hidden under branches, was the body of Madison Turner. Her prom dress was torn, her crown discarded in the dirt. She had been strangled. The discovery devastated Westbrook. The girl who represented youth, beauty, and hope had been brutally murdered. Parents who had sent their children to prom now held them tighter, fearful that something so evil could touch their quiet town. Detectives immediately began piecing together Madison's final hours. Who had she been with? Where did she go after leaving the school? Phone records showed her last call was at 12:17 a.m. to her ex-boyfriend, Jason Reed. The two had dated for over a year before breaking up just months before prom. Friends said Jason had taken the breakup badly. He was angry when Madison began seeing someone else, and he had begged her to reconsider. Investigators brought Jason in for questioning. He claimed Madison called him briefly, but he hadn't seen her that night. He said he went straight home after prom. But holes in his story quickly appeared. Surveillance cameras from a gas station captured Jason's car heading toward the woods around the same time Madison disappeared. And then came the most damning evidence. Police found fibers from Madison's silver dress in the trunk of Jason's car. Confronted with the evidence, Jason finally broke down. He confessed to meeting Madison after prom. She wanted to talk, and against her better judgment, she agreed to see him one last time. In his statement, Jason said he begged Madison to give their relationship another chance. When she refused, telling him she had moved on, he snapped. In a fit of rage, he strangled her, panicked, and dumped her body in the woods before driving home. The courtroom was packed when Jason Reed went to trial. Prosecutors painted a chilling picture. a jealous ex-boyfriend who couldn't accept rejection and decided if he couldn't have Madison, no one would. The defense argued Jason was a young man overcome by emotion, that he hadn't planned a killing, but the evidence was overwhelming. The fibers, the surveillance footage, the confession. The jury deliberated for just 5 hours before returning a guilty verdict. Jason Reed was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Madison's murder left Westbrook shattered. Her high school held a candlelight vigil where hundreds gathered, students placing crowns and bouquets at the steps of the gym where she had once stood smiling. Her graduation cap, decorated with glitter and the words, "Future Journalist," was placed on an empty chair at commencement. Her parents later established a scholarship in her name, awarded each year to a graduating senior pursuing journalism, so that Madison's dream could live on through others. The tragedy became a cautionary tale about young love, jealousy, and the dangers of relationships that turn controlling. Prom night is supposed to be a celebration of the future, a milestone before adulthood begins. But for Madison Turner, it became the end of her story. The crown she wore that night became a symbol not of triumph, but of tragedy. Her story reminds us that obsession disguised as love can be deadly, that sometimes the people we trust most can become the ones who hurt us the deepest. Madison Turner was the prom queen who never made a home, and her town will never forget the night innocence was stolen forever. If you enjoyed this murder case story, please like and subscribe to this channel to enjoy more chilling and captivating murder stories ahead. Your support helps us continue bringing you the darkest tales that still echo in the shadows.